Hey, what's going on, guys? Blue is White guys here again. I'm Horizon. In today's video, I'm going to be coming at you with another deck profile, this time on my True Draco Demise deck. Before we get started with this video, if you like the mat that I'm filming this on, I have done a review on it. This is GemPlayMats' brand new Empire mat. This is, I believe, their second printing of this design, and I was lucky enough to get their limited run of this with the blue ink. So if you enjoy the mat and want to see more about it, I did an in-depth review on it. So let's go ahead and get started with this deck profile. Start out for the two Draco monsters. Run a pretty standard lineup of 1 Dynamite, 2 Ignis, and 3 Maiden. I feel like this ratio is correct. I don't like running 3 Ignis because of just, his effect is very mediocre. He's more just there for a beater mostly. His effect is helpful if you need to like get something off your opponent's field and spell trap wise, or if you need to shuffle back some stuff, or just for the draw power. But I feel like Maiden's effect is one of the most important in the deck. It helps set up plays on your opponent's turn and disruption on your opponent's turn, and it's just one of the better True Draco monsters. Dynamite still being my favorite, and I feel like one of the more important ones. But there's a reason why he's at 1, and Maiden helps you get to him. So I feel like Maiden is definitely correct at 3. I also run triple mono to round out the last monster. I don't like border. I feel border is completely, utterly useless going second, and a mono is one of the better cards in the deck, if not the best. Just being able to normal summon it with 3 or 4 negates on your opponent's board and being able to just completely stop all that and being able to play is amazing. It's one of the best going second cards, and it's good going first as well. You normal summon it, you don't have to worry about hand traps. It's just, the best card in the deck in my opinion. I feel like border is just so useless going second that it's not even worth running it. I would side it out every single time if I went second, and Amano is just way better in my opinion. For the spells, of course, I play, triple diagram, and I play 1 domain. I'm not sure how I feel about this card in testing. It's alright. Don't know if I'm going to keep it in there or not. I just feel it's alright. And then to search those, of course, we run the 2 terraforming. For the True Draco spells, I play triple heritage, and then triple disciples. Very standard. Everybody knows what this does. Disciples shuffles back, and heritage draws. It's just draw power. And then they're also used to help with your normal summons and tribute summons, giving you multiple 1s per turn. For draw power, pretty standard. Triple demise, triple duality, and then 2 desires. Desires being one of those cards that is alright. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. I feel like it's a combination of both. Whenever it does work, it works wonders, and whenever you use it and you get a bad draw off of it, it makes me just not want to play the card. But I feel like you have to. The deck is just super consistent. I mean, that's the reason why this deck does stuff at all, is because of how consistent it is and how consistently it can get out floodgates. It's just, it's desires. You love it, you hate it, and if you don't want to run it, you don't have to. Duality would be one that I would cut down to 2 to make more room for other stuff, but I just like having the draw power. For traps, pretty standard, 1 return, and then triple apocalypse. Pretty much, some of the best True Draco cards in the deck. It just allows you to set up plays on your opponent's turn and make disruption. And with Apocalypse, you can half the attack of stuff so it doesn't get over your monsters. And it's just really good card. And return is the reason why it's at 1. So very good card. For floodgates, I run there can be only 1. I don't run Gozen, I don't run Rivalry. I don't like those cards, and I feel like out of the 2, Gozen is the better one. But I feel like there can be only 1 is just better in general. For example, if you're playing Thunder Dragons and they summon a Thunder type, then you flip this card, and then they can't even attempt to fusion or do anything because they have that one type on the field. People make the argument that it hurts you as well, but most of the time if you have one true Draco monster, this, and some other floodgate on the field, you're in a position to win anyway, unless they can just get over it. And not many decks can get over there can be only one. I feel like it's an auto win against Thunder Dragons. I mean, there's not much they can do to this card. I mean, they can't even attempt to summon another of the type because of this card. Next floodgate I run is the reason why I don't run an extra deck is I run triple Erupt. I feel like Erupt is, other than a mono, Erupt is the best card in the deck. It shuts down every deck. It's insane. I feel like if you're playing an extra deck in True Dracos, you're bad. I'm sorry, but playing an extra deck in True Dracos is useless. You play Erupt. That's the reason why the deck's good. I mean, let's be honest. Masterpiece is gone. The only reason why the deck is good is because you can run so many floodgates and get to them very consistently and just sit on a big beater with Diagram and 2 floodgates on the board. And then, that's the only reason why this deck is good. That's the only reason why it's doing anything in the meta right now, is just because of floodgates and how consistent it is. Don't run extra deck. There's no point. It's useless. Erupt is just the best card in the deck. It's insane. I only run 2 other floodgates. Like I said, I don't run Goes and I don't run Rivalry. I feel like they're just not good. Gozen being the only one that I would think about running. With Gozen and there can be only one on the field is really good. Last 2 floodgates, Skill Drain and then Imperial Order. Skill Drain is one that you could, cut. It's essentially the Monarchs Erupt, but you don't lose any life points. I just feel like, having 4 Skill Drains is very good. Skill Drain is still insane, even though you do lose life points off of it. If you can sit on Erupt or Skill Drain and then another Floodgate, preferably there can be only one, you pretty much win the duel. There's not much they can do unless they can get over it. So that's it for the main deck. Like I said, I don't run an extra deck. I do run Erupt, so I feel like the extra deck variant is just very, very bad compared to just the Erupt variant. Side deck is, up to you. I don't care, really what, you run in your side deck. This is just what I run in my side deck. It doesn't matter too much. I don't really go into it hardly at all, except during a few matchups, mainly Thunder Dragons. I run 2 Meteons, 2 Shared Rods, triple Call by the Grave, very mediocre card in this deck. I really only side it in if I want to stop decks that do stuff in the graveyard. Any spell. Summon Limit is alright. I feel like it's pretty good against certain decks. Sky Striker can kind of play around it. And then Triple D Barrier for like Thunder Dragons and Rongo and stuff like that. So that is it for side deck. Like I said, it doesn't really matter what you play. It's more of just your personal opinion. Just side whatever you want to for certain matchups. So that is it for this deck profile. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, like I said, if you want to see this map more in depth, just look in the description below, and I've done an in-depth review on it. Probably one of my favorite cloth playmats that has ever been released, especially with this blue. It's beautiful. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you click like, and if you haven't already, click subscribe to stay up to date with all of our Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm Horizon, and remember, believe in the heart of the cards.